at me.
Oh wait, Hardball, I forgot you. And Larly and her flower. Larly, let me see your flower. Govinda, let me see your flower, darling.
Look at her pink cheeks.
Oh, you're both Govindas.
And
Prema, where's your flower, honey?
She is the flower. So,
Prema is wearing a dhoti.
Yes, today.
No, we don't want that.
So we're here today.
Yes,
today. She like
Yes,
Rooted.
today. She's wearing a dhoti.
And we're waiting impatiently with flowers
Where are they?
in nature. There's a competition right now with garlands and flowers.
And
People
sweets.
are fighting over the flowers and sweets.
She was like, are you even gonna look at me? She was like, oh my god. I wish came true. Dadamu Dadamadavichi Govinda Damo 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 Dadamadavichi
How are you? Be very qualified very soon that I will engage in my service and in my preaching. Huh? How are you? And you? Bad.
Oh, you want to record you?
I'll give it to you.
Gaur Praman.
She stayed with me last night. She stayed.
It stays in the fridge just 2 days. It's staying people for like a week.
Yes. Okay?
Who took what took that sense they will not take prasad. They will not get it.
No smell, brother. That illusion. Your card by to come up. So you should take
So many
rest.
children, so little time.
How you
Notice them.
nourish them?
Did you milk your cow this morning?
आज कपास उठ के आए थे हरि भजन को ओटन लगे कपास.
Did you read your Bhagavad Gita?
Not this morning.
Chapter 7.
Missing.
रामचंद्र को ऐसा बताया गुरुजी का गाँव से गाय है एक फ्रेश मिल्क जो नहीं भाई बंदे ने भाई नाम से
You have taken?
ये बिल्ली हो जिला ना मुझे दिखा
You should wash your mouth. Otherwise cats will come.
इधर क्या था
Oh,
इधर क्या था जिला
Dog may come.
so, no. Cats will come and thinking that, oh,
he's my friend
yeah.
समला में कहा जिला इंदूर अरे
You have taken? Very appreciate.
ये पास पास थे क्या लग जाए
You have prepared all these things there?
Yes, we're waiting for you.
Very good.
रमाकांत आस्ते पाচ্ছ না একটু দিন ওই নিচে বসে হুইল চেয়ারে নিচে হুইল চেয়ারে আছে
Voice okay?
I hope so, Guru.
You have taken?
Please take it. There they are. They are with it
they are waiting this side
eagerly.
Not anyone? Brinda has
she has not
taken?
get yet मुझे फोटो नीचे और नहीं पाए नहीं खाना
Govinda Damodara Madhaveji, Govinda Damodara Madhaveji, Govinda Damodara Madhaveji, Govinda Damodara Madhaveji, Govinda Damodara Madhaveji. Govinda Damodara Madhaveji, Govinda Damodara Madhaveji.
I want your blessings to you all. We will meet in class. Okay? Hari Hari Bol. Go.
I like the arch.
Have to be punished.
Where's the next?
Why keep rushing that still?
Someone
You can stop me.
Why you do?
I did not know, but anyway.
Brinda? Why?
Who's taking it?
Brinda to.
Blaming it on you.
Shyamala is not
Put the camera on her.
Yesterday.
Yes, I meant.
Yes, these are the magnets.
Beef.
Oh, yes, look at it here.
Are they on both sides?
No, just this side.
Oh.
Who has done it? Shyamala?
And it goes this way. This is the head.
Huh? Heb jij het gedaan?
Ik vond het wel even nodig.
Hare no harm. Yes.
She has done, but you can slap me.
Yeah.
Yes, because you're her husband, so you take all the karma.
Fun.
Hey,
He sleeps on top here.
On top
You
of
guys
this.
have raised this.
Oh, okay.
Oh, where she went? That devotee?
She's went to your class.
She should always paint
I was bringing
pictures
it up
like
to the
them.
edge because when he sits under that, then he'll be.
Yes, we have to get some photographs.
They look
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
You can make a video of yourself.
Oh, okay.
Put a video camera like
Before you get older.
Now it is all right?
Yes.
I like.
All right, very good. Sideways.
So I will give you the rollout a little
Yeah,
later.
yeah, just now,
Now?
after class.
After class.
But not roller like roads.
No, gentle, gentle.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's like making roti, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm coming. And English you have taken?
It is already there.
My English পাঠিয়ে দিয়েছে. Oh, I now remember something was pinching me in my back on that day. So I told that you should see what is there. That is why they have taken there.
Because they say it's formula. You have been sleeping on it every night?
No, this night.
Only last night.
All I did how are you? Anyone has
Yeah, yeah. Exactly.
अब जाना है अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे वञ्चाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमः। नमो महावदन्नाय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदाय कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य गौरक्षे गुरवे गौरचंद्राय राधिकाय तदाय कृष्णाय कृष्ण भक्ताय तद्भक्ताय यं प्रव्रजन्तमन्त्रेतमपि द्वैपायनो विरहकातरया पुत्रेति तन्मयतया सर्वो वेदो तं सर्वभूतहृदयं नमामि। तवैवास्मि इति विज्ञानादि तं नमामि। Bhaktivinoda Thakur here is explaining what is Brahma, what is Paramatma, what is Bhagavan, what is Swami Bhagavan. So first here telling that what is Brahma? Brahma, Gyan, the knowledge of Brahma is prakrit, material. Someone thinking that it is transcendental, but not transcendental. He is telling them what we see in this world. So many kinds of shapes, qualities, and all other things. And we see that after some time they became old, and after some time they pass away, transform, and at last they go to ruin. So we think that Brahma is opposite to this. So we see all the shapes in the world which are not eternal, changing, and one day disappears. So that Brahma should be the amazing, shapeless, tasteless, attributeless, and of the anadi, nirgun, like this. So this thing depends where you are. You are here? Where was Janava? So, this is like Prakritik. Also he says that Krishna himself, the Supreme Personality of God, is the Sat Chit Ananda. Sat transcendental what? Existence. If there is no name and shape, no existence at all. There must be some name, some qualities, and some shape. Otherwise, it is not any person, no existence. But it may be that we cannot see, realize by these senses. But there must be some shape. And knowledge, transcendental knowledge there. And this knowledge is also changed into mood, bhav, rati, sneha, man, pranay, rag, anurag, mahabhav. This transcendental knowledge, up to that. More than that. So also this should be in transcendental, that body, in the existence of Supreme Personality of God. Sat, Chit and Ananda, happiness. Happiness is one-sided. I am taking food and feeling very happy. No object, only ashray is there. Then it is called happiness. But when there will be any object of the happiness, then more happiness will be realized. And that happiness is called Ananda. Like a friend came to me, very near and dear. Or I love anyone, and my beloved came. And I gave something to eat, and he is taking. Then I feel more happiness that I was taking. So here, object of the happiness is there. But here, object of the sukh is not transcendental. But if our object of that transcendental happiness is Krishna, Supreme Personality of Godhead He is, then our Anand will be so much. And serving Him, He will realize some happiness. And we also realize happiness. And that is called Ananda. So this Ananda has two things, Ashray and Vishay, object and observer, shelter, both. So three things should be in Supreme Personality of Godhead. But in a Brahma, only Chit and not transcendental so much. Very fraction like that. Partly not reflection. Pratifala. Reflection. Part. And it is called Brahma. 3. Sat, Chit, Ananda. Among 3, only Chit. And in Chit also very little fraction, perverted reflection of Chit is there. And it is called Brahma. Perverted. Because it depends on matter. This I told before. So not pure reflection. भौतिकता के विपरीत वो समझते हैं into no realization. And that is why it is has been told, Brahmano Gita. Pratistham. So here, not pure, not whole, only anshik, partly, perfected reflections, not pure, not pure, because it some connected with worldly ideas, and it is called Brahma. But when Chit Anshik plus Sandhini, Satta little, when this world was created and Garbhodashai Vishnu entered in this world, and he became lakhs and kotis, innumerable. And he entered in the hearts of all living entity. And then he became Kshirodashai. So much relation with worldly things to control. And as a Sakshi, what he is doing, material things or what he is doing. So, his so much relation, more relation with worldly things and less relation to spiritual. But himself is out of mind. That part. So that Paramatma is Paramatma, who is Sakshi. He is telling Bhakti Vinod Thakur, केवल ज्ञान व्याकृत वस्तु है. Have you that book? केवल ब्रह्म प्राकृत वस्तु. अच्छा. So Ji Goswami is telling चिन्ह मात्र वस्तु, not so much mic, not fully transcendental, unshikchit, perverted reflection something is called Brahma. And Paramatma अंतर्जामित्वमय माया शक्ति प्रचुर चित सत्यांश विशिष्ट परमात्मा. You should see. Are you seeing? What is Paramatma?
He is situated as the super soul in the hearts of the living entities.
Only अंतर्जामित्व में माया शक्ति प्रचुर चित सत्यांश विशिष्ट परमात्मा.
Again, in direct distinction from the manifest and material worlds, Bhagavan appears as the impersonal Brahmasvarup Tattva. Hence, Bhagavan is the original Tattva and is the supreme absolute truth.
Where you are reading? परमात्मा भक्ति शब्द में कहा गया है अंतर्जामित तमय माया शक्ति प्रचुर चीज सत्यांश विशिष्ट परमात्मा थी.
ट्रांसलेशन करना भी कोई खाना जी का करते हैं. इस चीज की अंग्रेजी में ट्रांसलेशन करना भी कोई खाना.
Try to. It is very Not like Krishna, Tattva is very easy. And he is so sweet. But this Tattva, Brahma Tattva and Paramatma Tattva are niras.
Very dry.
No juice at all. So it is very hard. But Krishna's Tattva is highest, but even so sweet. So, but we should try to know, especially those who are preachers. Otherwise they cannot preach. What?
From this Antaryami of Maya Shakti, Shishtam Paramatmiti.
What is meaning?
After the creation of this universe, the expansion of the Supreme Lord who enters it as the controller of material nature and who is situated as the maintainer of the creation is known as Jagadishwar, or the all-pervading Paramatma.
इसमें चित शक्ति का प्रकाश कम, some relation with चित शक्ति, but very little Maya Shakti also, because he has to control and see what Jivatma is doing, and he is Sakshi that he is doing material things, and he is attracting with Maya. He also sees, and that is why he gives some danda, punishment. So, anyone is seeing in his heart this Paramatma, yogi, like yogi, they cannot see Bhagavat Tattva, transcendental supreme personality of God. Only fractions. केवल भक्ति मार्ग में जो तत्व लक्षित होता है, only by the way of bhakti, process of bhakti, श्रवणं कीर्तनं विष्णु स्मरणं और श्रद्धा निष्ठा रुचि आसक्ति भाव, then प्रेम स्नेह मान प्रणय. By this, if Krishna any tattva is seen, then he is called, that tattva is Bhagavan. In Bhagavan, Sat, Chit, Ananda, all are Purna. Complete. So in Narayana it is complete. And in Dwarkadhish, more complete. And in Krishna, in Braja, most complete. In Bhakti Sandarbh, the symptom of this Bhagavat Tattva has been written like this. Paripurna Sarva Shakti Vishisht Bhagwan iti. Paripurna Sarva Shakti Vishisht Bhagwan. Bhagwan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, with his all kinds of potencies and full, then it is called Bhagavan. In Brahma, in Narayana, in Ram, in all manifestations, all are called Bhagavan. But not Swami Bhagavan. Swami Bhagavan who? Not only Sarva Shaktiman, but at that time he will be with full rush. And all kinds of potency, all kinds of power in Krishna. Then he will call Bhagavan.
The complete absolute truth, endowed with all transcendental potencies, is called Bhagavan.
Jagat Srishti ho jane par, when this world was created, by whom? Whom it was created? Who created? Prakriti, nature, yes, but partly. She is matter. No independence, nothing she can do. And she is jad, no conscience, prakriti. But Maya is power of Krishna. Prakriti and Maya, so much difference. And Maya, Mahamaya and Jogmaya. Jogmaya, Purnima Devi in Vaikuntha thought. And Mahamaya who creates this world. But even she cannot do without the wish of Krishna. Not wish of Krishna, Karnadesai Vishnu. Only she can do. It seems that Brahma is creator of this world. Sometimes he has false ego like this. And the deity of Maya, embodiment of Maya, Maya Shakti, Maya ki pratishthatri Shakti,
Predominating deity of Maya.
Maya Devi is Durga. She is called Durga. So, Durga creates this? No. Only by the wish of Karnadesai Vishnu and by the wish of Advaita Acharya Mahavishnu, she can create. When first world was created, then from the Nagi, navel of Garbhodashali, a lotus came out. And there was a lotus flower, and whole world was covered with water. And from that lotus, Brahma was created. Not soul of Brahma was created. What was created? Body. He has also body like us. But his body is not totally like us. Some difference. Then he used to think what to do. Only water, water, water. Then at once he was praying to God or anyone that who am I? Why I have been created? And he began to pray. At once there was a sound, tapa, tapa. And then he remembered Vedas. And he began to tap. Tap means what tapasya? Began to think and think and think. And automatic, not taking anything, not reminding word, no water, no anything, no sleep, nothing, always Brahma. Who is the creator of this world? Far from it. Oh, please, merciful, thankful. This is called Aradhana. And in Tapa there is no object of that thing. And he has object. This is the difference. Gautam Buddha has no object of his trance. But all Vaishnava have trance like this. In trance there have some object. And he saw that, oh, Narayana came in his, or Krishna came in his trance. And then he began to tell Chatushloki Bhagavad. Bhagavad was already at that time. Srimad Bhagavata is transcendental, Gita is transcendental. So, he saw Krishna there. And Krishna began to tell, oh, you wanted to know all these things? Ahama eva asamevagre nandajat kincha satasat param. Oh, when this world is created, before this I was. Now I am existing everywhere myself. And one world will be destructed, I will remain. So my one of the name is Ananta and Shesh. I am still here. After he told 4 sloks. Rite artham jatpati na pratyet chatman. Very poor beta kire. ज्ञानम में परमम गुह्यम जद विज्ञान समन्वितम सारहस्यम तदंगश्च गृहाण गदितम मया. ज्ञानम तत्व ज्ञान, सारहस्यंच भक्ति, विज्ञान प्रेमा भक्ति, विशेष रूपेण प्रेमा भक्ति. I am telling you, explaining you. Grihana Gaditam, I am telling you what is Tattva Jnana. He told him. And then he told Tattva Jnana, and then process of bhakti. And the result of the bhakti is avidhe prayojan, that is Braja Prem, Gopi Prem, Radha Prem. He told and he heard but not realized. Like anyone is so thirsty. I told, if you will take water, at once you should take it and your thirst will go away. You will get so much remedy. He told, I don't know water, what is water? Or you can go to river Jamuna, Ganges and any well, anywhere, and with water you will satisfy. But this knowledge will not satisfy him. His thirst will not be quenched. When a glass of water will be given to that person, and he will take and then, oh yes, my thirst has gone. I am now okay. So Krishna is telling him and Brahma is hearing how I am, how is my process bhakti to have me, and what is prem by which I can be controlled. He told everything. That tattva he told. But he knew, like I am telling all these things to you, but no realization. In the same way, you are hearing all these things. Have you any realization of prema bhakti? Process of bhakti, even Shraddha? So in this way. Then Krishna saw and he told all. But Rite artam jat pratiyeta na pratiyeta cha atmani tat vidyatmano jatha maya jatha bhasu etavadeva jigyasu अन्वय व्यतिरेका जत साक्षात अन्वय व्यतिरेका भाव जत सर्वतस्या. I don't remember full. I heard, but now. Here, rite artham jata pratiyeta. Rit means satya. Satya means transcendental truth. Who is he? Supreme Personality of Godhead. Krishna, Prajendanandan, Shyam Sundar is himself absolute truth. Krishna is telling to Brahma, where or his abode. Abode means Vaikuntha, in Vaikuntha, Golok, in Golok, supreme Dham, where Krishna abodes, is Vrindavan, Gokul, it is called also Braja. Three are one. But not one, Achinta Bheda Bhed, something also, Gokul where Krishna takes birth. This pastime. Vrindavan where Ras and all. But supreme place is Radha Kund, Shyam Kund, on the bank, on the foot hills of Govardhan. That is Radha Kund and Shyam Kund. If Krishna, Govardhan is body, then his two eyes are Radha Kund and Shyam Kund. Mouth, Govardhan. His tail, Uchari. So supreme abode of Krishna is where? Radha Kund, Shyam Kund means Braja. Here, Krishna prem is so high. So, this is also transcendental. Here, beginning from Vaikuntha and up to Radha Kunda, no illusory Maya, no Durga. No need of this Maya is there. There is Sarup Shakti, Ladini Shakti in the shape of Srimati Radhika herself. Full of rush, open out, ocean of rush. And where Krishna can play in this by the webs of this ocean. With lakhs and lakhs, innumerable embodiments of prema and love. What are they? They are gopis. He told everything. There is no Maya. So there, if no Maya, no chance to forget Krishna. Nothing that we can forget to serve Krishna. So anyone cannot fall down from there. Always remembering, always serving spontaneously, because Maya is situated on the back side of Krishna. What is back side? This perverted world. So no Maya there. So no chance. That is why it has been told, Jadgatvanan varte tat dham. So there is no Rite Artham. Here Rite Artham means supreme truth. Who is he? Krishna himself. So where is Krishna in his abode, that is in Dham, there is no Maya. Rite Artham. And not in Sarup of Krishna, out of that. Who situates? Like Tamaha and Pratichhabi. Reflection. Like where there is, we should think that Krishna is like, absolute like sun. Where there is sun, no darkness. So darkness is Maya. So why he will be in transcendental world and where Krishna is there? Maya cannot be. So no cause of forgetting Krishna and his service. And that is why it has been Jatha Bhaso Jatha Tama. One chabi, prati chabi. Prati chabi means reflection. What that reflection? Sun is there, in sky, and there is water here in this. Sun is reflecting in water. And this sun is moving here and there. Why it is seen? Reflects that sun is not actually sun. Perfect reflection. Maya is shaking, and it seems that sun is also shaking. It may be that some clouds can come in the sky and cover the sun. Then it will be like some andhakar. But when Prithvi, that is earth, where we are, is opposite to sun. So the places where in front of sun is seen from there. Now we can see sun from here. But India, it is too dark. Sun is not seen. So this darkness is Maya. And the Pratichapi, that is that sun seen in there, not actually sun. So two are the इसके उदाहरण के स्थान examples of Maya. So Maya cannot be in that law, never. But its origin, Jog Maya, are Sarup Shakti, Antaranga Shakti, Hladani Shakti, Sandhini and Sambit, they are there. Only their reflection in this world, creating this world, this material world, always changing and always full of suffering. There is no suffering, nothing, not forgetting Krishna. So he is telling me. Annaya Vyatireka Bhang Sarving Gurudev. Krishna sometimes sends some his associates, and sometimes he comes himself or manifests himself to help all conditioned souls. Here we should serve Gurudev. If you are lucky to have a pure Gurudev bona fide, then knowing from him Anvaya and Vyatirik, what we should do and what we should not do, what is helpful, what is not helpful. So knowing all these things, we should try to follow this. Don't disremember Krishna. Always remember Krishna. Like those Vidhi Nisheth, and you should follow all these things. Then we will know who is Swami Bhagavan, Brajanandan Shyam Sundar. Then we can have some difference between Jagannath Dev, Baladev Subhadra, to Krishna, or Ram, who is Krishna himself, but something different in a Rasa Tattva. Siddhanta Tattva Abhede Api Sri Krishna Sarupayo Rasena Utkrishyate Krishna Rupamesha Rasasthiti. So we should know all these things. Then Brahma could not realize what is the Ras, what is Maya, what is Hladini Shakti, Sarup Shakti, he could know. And how before creation he was there, how now he is here, and how when world will be demolished, how will be. Then Krishna, oh, Grihana Gatitam Maya, oh, what? I am giving you all these stories, manifest.
We can realize it when we see.
And he did like so, and one day by his
Glance.
glance, and at once he realized. Oh, how he thought. Everything he knew at once and realized. And then quickly Krishna disappeared. So we should try to know all these things. If Guru is giving knowledge, But a disciple cannot realize. But what is process giving, doing, and at last Guru will tell, oh, I'm giving. Then quickly we will realize, otherwise no. So bhakti, and especially Raganuga bhakti, depends on the mercy of Krishna and his associates. If anyone doing process, it is also the mercy of Krishna. He is giving so much. Like anyone went to any place and he gave you rasagulla and puri, kachori, all these things. He offered to Krishna and you began to take. And if you cannot take, then he will give you fire, chawal, dal, roti, atta, puri, yes, and you should cook and then offer and then. But both are things. It will do both by the mercy of devotees, especially devotees. If Krishna will give something, it will be not fullest. It may be full, but not so much. What? Extremely full. Extremely. Absolutely. There should be some lacking.
So what Krishna gave to Brahma, that was up to Narayana only.
That is why he could not realize the Radha Prem and so much. He realized something. But if Radha was there, Srimati Radhika, totally not, he has to create world and to be always busy in this. कितना हो गया? साढ़े हो गया? अच्छा. Where is Janwa? Again? Come on, here. इसको माइक दीजिए तो. कुछ तो Do you know Guru Pranam Mantra? Agyanta Pranam, you know? You remember? What? You know? Vishnu Padaya. Ajata you should do. And then I want to hear from you Tulasi. Vrinda. First group.
Shy.
Namo Vishnu Padaya.
Take my microphone.
Like you.
Namo Vishnu Padaya Radhikaya Pranamani Shishimad Bhaktivedanta Namaste Devaya Saraswati Vidayane Sarvamangi Rupaya Sarvananda Vidayane.
But we are not understanding, so more loudly and slowly.
Shri Krishna Lila Katinis Sidaksham Adasham
Much better.
Naishaktam Parambariyam Purusham Mahantam Narayanam Sirasannam.
Very good. Vrinda, you remember? I No. I will eat that Rasgulla, very Rasgulla. What is? I will give you very big models.
Close your eyes.
अच्छा. Bhaktya vidina aparadhalasya cheta
Kamadi Tarang Kamade Kripa Mahitam Sharanam Prapana Vrinde
studies or in evening class? Oh, Gangeya, Champeya, all this. Then?
माया और प्रकृति में जो अंतर आपने पहले बोला है तो माया को आपने विग्रह रूप में बताया दुर्गा है. Maya is predominating deity is Durga Devi.
Durga.
And you said there is difference between
Maya and
Prakriti.
Prakriti is nature of Karnabdishai Vishnu or Garbhodashai. Nature. Nature depends on Shaktiman. Nature cannot do anything. When we will wish, nature will do. Distribute among all your friends.
She's shy. That's it now.
Prakriti and you said Prakriti is the nature of
Material, all these things. It is like a matter. And when Garbhodasham, it is up to Pradhan and Upadan. There are two kinds of Prakritis, nature. When Mahavishnu, Karnabdishai Vishnu, sees and gives some glance means inspires, then that Prakriti, Nimitta Prakriti, doing something, working. And when Advaitacharya, Mahavishnu, the incarnation deity of Upadan, when he inspires, looks after this Maya Prakriti, then Upadan Prakriti, then it becomes like air, water, akash, and all these things. Then ahankar, rajas, tamas, sattvi, then from rajas ahankar, sound comes, from sound akash comes, then from
fire, air.
There are some symptoms like this. From Shabda, Akash, and then space, and that space air comes, and from air fire comes. That is Roop comes, and from this Roop, that is fire, water comes. From water comes this Prithvi. It contains Roop, Rash, Danta, Sabda, Sparsh, everything. Akash only Shabda. And from this Tanmatra, Roop, Rash, Danta, Sabda, Sparsh. And from these, then material body. Chiti, Jal, Pava, Gagana, Shamya. That is, all these things come.
This all is coming from Advaitacharya.
And Karna, more reason is his wish of Karnabdishai Vishnu. And then wish of Advaitacharya, Mahavishnu, Upadan. And then they are not seen, but these Prakritis, Karja are seen. The actions of Prakriti, all this world. But actually, the inspiration or power of Karnabdishai Vishnu and his parts. But what are they? What are they? Only reflection of Jog Maya of Vaikuntha. That is Sarup Shakti. Sarup Shakti only one power of Krishna. Krishna is only alone, his power is alone. But Vividhaiva Shruyate, according to the functions, is known as so many things. Ladini, Shambhit, Sandhini, पराशक्ति, जीव शक्ति, माया शक्ति, अंतरंगा, बहिरंगा, तटस्था, so many. In Vaikuntha, Narayani, in Dwarka, Satyabhama, Rukmani, all with Ram, Sita, in with Karnadesai Vishnu, there is also Lakshmi, Garbhodasai is Lakshmi, like so. Gaur Pramanande. Just 6 I will teach you. Before this, you can do kirtan from us. 6 to 7 we will discuss. Oh, have you selected? Have you can do it? No. Evening class. हाँ, हमने कहा था कि सवेरे उठ गया। लो, 2 kirtan. और कुछ हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे What? Can you see? Radha Krishna, Pranamo, remember? You can do.
Krishna
चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्यनाम्ने गौरतिषे गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकायै तदालयै कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो भक्त्या विहीनापराधस्य चित्ताश्च कामादितरङ्गमध्ये कृपामयि त्वां शरणं प्रपन्ना वन्दे नमस्ते चरणाय We have explained in Srimad Bhagavatam the Dhruva Upakhyan, how hard is it? We did giving up any kind of food, water, even air, everything. Now you should think that what we have given up. So you should make a comparison. And you can see that in how much water you are.
In how much water?
How much? How deep?
How deep you are?
That what we have. He came, he left his home penniless. No? Nothing with him. Only there was some door copy. Alone came. He came in at the bank of Yamuna and thinking, I must do or die, I will have to take darshan of Hari because my mother has told. So I will do or die, but my object of my life is this, to have a darshan quickly and to be emperor of whole world. Thus, only for emperor he do it. And what we want? Our object is so high, so we will have to pay so much high. More than what we need. As a result, he got the emperor of whole world. He became. But he, after that 36,000 of years away, bogus things I have taken. Bogus. When I will go giving all these things to other planet, I cannot take my even a hair. Nothing. So why I have to give all these things? Nonsense. So he was repenting. So what should we do? What is this real world? What is this? Then Sukadeva Goswami began to tell the life of Devhuti and Kapil Sampad. You know, there was a rishi, his name was Kardam Rishi. And also Manu, that is Prajapati Manu, has a very beautiful daughter, so qualified and beautiful. At that time he was most beautiful in the whole world and so qualified. Kardam Rishi is like a Saptavesh avatar. Saptavesh, you think, understand? Empowered. Or it can be told that he was manifestation of Godhead. He was so learned and he has so many kinds of yoga siddhi. Yoga siddhi means he wanted to be in a renounced order and to do bhajan. But Brahma was upset. He was thinking that all my sons and grandsons are being like Narad, in the line of Narad. How this world will be cultivated? So he went to that Kardam and requested that you should not be, you should follow me. If you go to jungle, what will be there? Why not being in household life and chanting and remembering, doing all these things and also making santan, sons and daughters and children. Try to obey me. And he told him and requested him to be a householder. And then Brahma himself arranged his marriage with Devhuti. They were married. Both were young, and by his yoga vidya, he at once called a very good Viman's aeroplane. If he wished, this Viman, this aeroplane becomes smaller, and when he wanted so bigger, and like a very good palace having all the facilities there, everything. And then air condition or anything more than heaven also. Worldly this nowadays, back to winter, everything is going on. So more than this, and in the being in that aeroplane, they used to go to in the very beautiful valleys, like Kashmir Valley, Alps Valley, or beautiful anything in world, Niagara Jalprapat, waterfalls, and they touring in the whole world in beautiful places and testing worldly desires. And after that, Kapil Dev came in her home. He is also told Jnana Avatar, Saptavesh avatar of knowledge. And gradually he became young. When he became in the age of 16, his father Kardam told his wife, now I want your permission to go in dense forest and to meditate Krishna. And he told what is word. And you should also engage yourself in this. And I have left my son, he is so qualified in Tattva Gyan and everything. Treat him like a Bhagwan. And he quickly left that place. Then one day Devhuti called his son, and there was a dialogue, very beautiful dialogue. That how a soul comes in this body and how he gets up. What are his requirements? And never it fulfills. Coming and lakhs yonis. Species. Sometimes face, eggs, hands, and then the Western peoples, especially Muslims, when you have any child, a little, they will cut like this and give masala so much. Spicy. And they will go like this. Fishes, sometimes donkey, some pig and horse, sometimes demigods in heaven, sometimes like Himalaya mountain, and your life will be like Himalaya, lakhs and lakhs, crores of crores, years of life. So, this in the last birth, how he will remember, he will be like that. That kind of body he will have. How this body comes, this soul comes out in the last. Through nose, eyes, this ear, mouth, and two doors. Any of these. There are 9 gates, any of them. If the soul, at the time of you see that a person is dead and his eyes are opened, then you should see that it has come out from eyes and it will go in the rays of sun and it will go in the sky. And there clouds are there. He will be covered with clouds, waters, and again it will come down. If it has gone by this, then with air he will go. If by lowers, it has, then it will go to Narak hell. And he has to test so many things there. If a man is lusty, at once they will arrange a very red iron pillar and forcibly they will tighten it in that. Oh, you should test all lusty persons like this. If you have done any wrong thing, always hinsa, violence, cutting animals and doing all these things. Then there are so many dogs there. There are so many tigers and all. At once they will attack you and you take attacking everything. And after that, you will not buy diaper. And there is a very big
higher pan.
and that oil is going to talk about, you know, flames are coming and they will give it to you. But you will not die, only you will taste all the sufferings. But if any is pious one, he has not done so much bad activities, very little. And he has done some good activities, pious, serving father, mother, obeying them, not doing any, not hinsa, violence and all these things. Then it may be that it will be break. फट जाएगा, फटना का क्या? Crack. And from here up.
Busting होती है.
And then there are two marks for them. Archi mark. Archi mark from so many black, andhakar, darkness. Where? He will have to go gradually, even from Bhur, Bhuva, Swaha, Maha, Jana, Sata, and from there they will go to Mohini, Lo. 8 covers. Anywhere he will go. And those who are more pious, they will go to heaven for some days and again they will come. And after that, again they will come covered with water's layer through clouds and they will come down. If they are in jungle, the root of the trees will take that water. If any human being is taking that water or taking fruits, that seed is there. Tree will take water and it will go to fruits gradually, and those who will take fruit, it will come here and it will be, after some days, the mala, it will come like a stool and urine, and the seed will be there, it will grow into, transferred into blood, and thus from blood coming, then virja, semen, and again woman and men, otherwise in animal or anywhere, in trees, male and female, thus again coming in the womb. After death, how it comes? Like this. Living one body, but first entering in another body, any home or anywhere. First he is here, but he will go there. Then he will take himself from there. If a man is dying, his soul will go first there, anywhere. And where they are going, and then he will leave this place.
If a person is dying and he is yet not died, first he will go to that womb where he will take birth.
He will die. But something like cyclic order, it will be seen that it is going on. If you will ride on a cycle and do like this, and then don't do like that, but so many yards it will go away. So many. but we are not doing anything again to do it. Similarly, Atma is there. If he will give at once, even some symptoms will be seen that he is not died, but he has left. The action is this. And then he will enter there and then will come. Sometimes it becomes that he has so much desire and attraction to the family or anyone. So he will not go there. He will be in the air and being there, circulating here and there. And when their Shraddha is done, Shraddha, you know, then he will become then. There are so many rules and regulations. Like in court, if anyone has done anything, you have murdered anyone. The punishment of murder is that sentence, usko bhi mrityu dand hoga. This is common, but it may be that he will not be hanged. They will see that what was your intention to murder or not. If two boys were playing with pistols and there was no intention to murder, and in playing they by chance and anyone was died, he will not put to sentence. There are not only these thousands of sections for all these things. So in this also there are so many sections. Doing all these things, nonsense. But in the last anyhow, a devotee came here and he told in your ears at the time of day, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. He will have not to go here and there. Oh, very quickly. Or he will came in the shape of a pure devotee and practicing will go out. So, Kapil Devi is telling, Jyanne arvindaksh vimuktamani jasta bhavat visuddha buddhaya arujya krishnena param padam tato patanti anadhyata jushmata. Even a yogi who has controlled his senses and he is always thinking that Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi, Soham, Soham. But not he has honored Krishna in his life. Then, being so high, and he will again to return and in this world. And those who have done nothing, but in the last, as Jamil, only he has kept his son's name, Narayana. He was so bad person. Left his father, mother, wives and children and went to a prostitute. 8 sons were there. Last son was kept name Narayana. And when he was dying, he was calling his son, but he was saved from death. Not only he saw the 4 Vishnu though, and at once they quickly defeated Jamadut and he was saved. And then he was chanting Narayana, Narayana. And when he became pure, again that 4 dudes came and took away. He has nothing to taste all these things. He is telling that if by chance anyone, any soul in the womb of mother, how he is First month he will be like a very little seed, covered with water sharir, airy sharir and others, and then covered with stool, urine and so many things here. In a deep ocean of stool and so much nasty, so much durgandha. If anyone will leave his wind through air, and you can see how beautiful, marvelous fragrance is coming. You cannot sit here. No? And there, here. So he's taken. After some time, it becomes bigger. After 6 months, something, all limbs are coming out very little. About in 6 months, all limbs are there. Little. Head, eyes, but covered. Like cow's cough when coming, covered. Like covered. And he is tightened so much. And this head, where? Down. And he is tightened like this. So much. He cannot move his hands and everything. You cannot imagine now, but you have imagined in the womb of your mother. Sometimes mother used to take very hot coffee, tea, so many medicines, very poisonous. Touching the boy, very sukomal, soft, and crying there. But he cannot do. He cannot take breath because he is in stool. No, more than stool. Then he prays. In 8 months or 7 months, he prays, "Oh Krishna." If he is fortunate and he had done something pious thing, he had chanted and remembered Krishna in his past lives. "Oh Krishna, save me, I am dying. I cannot hear all these things. Take me out of home." I am promising that when I will come off the womb of my mother, I am promising that I will surely serve him, chant and say. Sometimes it may be that if he is so fortunate, Krishna may give his darshan. Bhaktivinoda Thakur and all acharyas have written like this, but not so many, very rare. But promising in the womb. But anyhow, Krishna is after 9 months. He is so happy, merciful. He comes out of. How he comes, you may know. Suffering so much, now you are happy, you are smiling, you are doing. And at that time, he cannot speak anything. So much suffering there. And first this comes, sometimes it becomes like this here. And doctors are called and to operate and then. Sometimes it died in home. And anyhow he comes. But when his sister's mother, never taking, pacifying him, and like this, and then like this, after some time he forgets all these things. After that, When he becomes of at the age of 5, he is given to school to learn something. Up to young age, and after that he becomes expert in anything. And father always and mother always worry how to give marriage, and he should again have any child. Then he is married and he is now doing something to make money to support him, his wife and children. So many cows, Gita Sansar you saw yesterday. Hundreds of childs quarreling themselves here and there. And I have nothing to say more. Kapil Dev is telling that you can think yourself, realize yourself. And about the age of 50, you should renounce. Otherwise, again you will be old. No one will care for you. Your son's daughter and grandfather will tell you why this old person is not dying. They will take by hook and crook everything what you have collected in your life. Oh father, oh mother, and in the old days you will have nothing a pies, nothing a for them. And then you cannot walk, you cannot talk, any doing nothing. And a very beautiful, not beautiful, Kali, Kaluthi, very black, very dangerous, ugly. Woman will come and will try to marry you, and that is oldness. And very forcibly shortened. And then a gang of so many rogues, diseases, everything will come and attack at once. And then they will take your body in burning ghat, or it will be given in. And then your body's body, you will become like insect there. Or cigar. And crows will take all these places. Or it will be burnt to ashes. But soul were again like this. So he is telling. So, devotee, and in the last devotee praying that you are God yourself. Please be merciful to me. She left everything, his home and everything. He became mad in Krishna praying, always chanting Krishna, Krishna, Krishna like this. He even forgot to wear clothes to cover. When she is doing stool or passing urine, he also forgot. Devotee. Kapil Dev, after that, he left the place on the east. कहाँ गया भूल गया देखो कपिल संवाद কোন মধ্যে আছে চতুর্থ Thank you, Sir. करो 3:33 तो 29, 34. जन्नामधेय म्रियमाणमान जन्नामधेय श्रवणात् कीर्तनात् यत्प्रहणवात् स्मरणादपि क्वचित् स्वदोऽपि शब्द श्रवणाय कल्पते कुतः पुनस्ते भगवन्नु दर्शनात् अहो वत्सपचो अतिगर्यान् जग्जीवाग्रे वर्तते तु नाम तुभ्यं ते पुस्तपस्ते जुगुषसनुराज्य ब्रह्मानुचूर्णां गृह्णन्ति. She is praying to God that even a person always eating the flesh of dogs or sugar, pigs and all these things, but he hears and chanting name of Krishna, he will be at once liberated. But Brahmins, doing so much tapasya, hard austerity, te pus tapaste juju shashnu rajya brahmanuchu gridanti. Those who are not chanting and remembering the name of Krishna, they will have to go what I have told. Unlimited chain of birth and death, suffering and sorrow. This is realized truth. That is why you are not believing and not doing so much chanting name and so weaker. But if you have faith on these things, then you must chant. You must always remember, meditate what they have told. So we should have so much faith in Krishna Nam. Anyone chanting name, hearing name, glorifying Krishna, his pastimes, his hearing, anything he is doing, then he will be at once liberated. And those who are not doing, then will have to come again and again. So be merciful to me, she is telling, I want to serve you. And saying this, Kapil Dev went in chanting and remember Krishna anywhere, and she left his home at once, and she became mad, telling Krishna, 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 nothing. Perhaps someone can see that she became mad, not mad. Evam pratasya priya nama kritya jata anurago ke chitta uchchai hasat tatho rodati roti gayat unmadayat nityata lokaya. Dancing, remembering, sometimes so laughing when Krishna comes. And sometimes he feeling separation. Oh Krishna, where to do? And rolling down on the earth. So much weeping. Anyone cannot calculate all these things. And very soon she left this world, this body, and his soul was totally purified and went in Vaikuntha. So Parikshit Maharaj told that you should follow. Otherwise you will have to go in the Om and again and again. Then,
so in between Kardam Rishi, her husband and she remained in home and associated with Kapil and came to this position. And Kardam Rishi went to jungle. Out of both, who were the superior position?
both, because they were incarnation of God, he was so hard, and she was also became so hard. Then also, there was a king, Parikshit Maharaj, questioning and he is answering. How we are unsatisfied in this world, moving here and there. We are so beautiful, but we want that more beautiful things. To enjoy all these things. Where is he go? Purukam Prabhu? Where is? He will be absent. You told him? And that is why he has got. He is fearing. Who can tell this Puranjan Upakhyan? Lalit Mohan. Where is Lalit Mohan? He will. Oh, come on. Come on. Give me mic. You should always think that it is true to anything. If you are not chanting, remembering, doing Bhagavad Bhakti, then you will have to test like all these things. Anyone cannot save. What about Puranjan Upakhyan? You should tell it in brief.
Gurudev surprised me as usual. He asked me to speak about Puranjan in Malaysia. So that's the last time I actually studied this Upakhyan. And as I was going to tell this Upakhyan, I said the story of Puranjan. Gurudev corrected me. He said this is called an Upakhyan. A story gives the meaning of something.
In this world, anyone is not satisfied with their stage. So, here.
From where Gurudev left off just here, Puranjan was a king, and he was traveling throughout the world looking for a residence, which we all are doing, actually a place that we could call home to reside. He traveled all around the earth, and he couldn't find a place that was satisfying to him. He finally went over the Himalayas and came into a beautiful land, the land of India, and he saw so many beautiful streams and valleys. And he thought to himself, yes.
But before this, he has done so much very hard austerities. Like he was doing so much fire sacrifices that everywhere in world there was kush.
And he did these sacrifices to find a place in the world and to have happiness in this world. And this is what many people think Vedas actually have within them, is that the means to attain happiness within this world. Not understanding that the Vedas are slowly leading us to the goal of understanding that we're something beyond the body. Puranjan Maharaj, not understanding these things, was looking for a residence within this world, and he was very lucky to actually go to India. So as he was traveling through these beautiful gardens, it was as if this place had been prearranged for him. He had come through all these other areas of the world and hadn't seen sculpted gardens and beautifully arranged rivers and things like that. But in this place, he actually saw those things. So as he was walking through the gardens, enjoying the beauty of nature, he saw a very beautiful woman coming toward down the path, and she was very arresting for his eyes, and he became attracted to her. She was surrounded by many maidservants and maids, and also she was guarded by a very powerful snake. And he became charmed and wonder that here's a beautiful woman by herself walking through the forest, and anything can happen to her. She's just surrounded by other women, so she's in danger. So the king actually approached this woman and said, and said, "What's your name? Where do you come from? Who are your servants? Who is it? What is the snake?" And he asked her all these questions. And it says in Srimad Bhagavatam that it's very, very pathetic when a strong king or a figure like this actually addresses a woman in this way, because they should be self-satisfied. It shows already that they're being entrapped. So as he started asking these questions, he was amazed because this woman did not know where she came from. She didn't know who she was. She says that these are my servants. I don't know where they have come, but they are serving me, and the snake has always been with me, and I don't understand my position. So the king was also, he was commenting, he was saying, "You're so beautiful." He was what do you call it? Flattering the woman, and so they became attracted to one another, and they were married.
No. What? After what? Who are you? Why you are roaming here and alone? What is your name? What you are doing? What you are searching? Then what she told?
I thought she was saying that I don't know who I am. Oh, okay. So what happened was she said, life is about enjoying. It's about being satisfied in this world. It's about maintaining one's level of happiness. She said, there are sages here in this land of India who will try to convince you that there is something beyond this world, that there is an absolute world where one can enjoy, where one should control one's senses, one should undergo austerities and penances to achieve this higher world, to achieve this higher love. But she's saying these sages don't understand the truth. She's saying they don't understand what it is to enjoy. They don't understand what it is to have a home, to be a man and a woman, to have.
Oh, she told